Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halum Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who grew well, and salutations out there to the true and elect men of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, preaching and teaching the truth with truth and sincerity. This is the brother Tazayar coming from Great Millstone, Indiana, Camp McGarry, and I'm here to present you with a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. I pray that it be edifying, and let's dive in, man. So I have an article. And the Turkey's president or minister, he's having concerns with what's going on in Israel, and he's voicing, what he feel about the potential threat that could be coming straight in front of his doorstep. And this is not the only man. Many leaders are starting to speak out with the controversy of Israel and what's going on down there, Hezbollah and things like that. So, without further ado, we're going to hop into this article, man. And I pray that this lesson be edifying into the elect, because the time is near, man. The Lord, he's rallying up the nations, and everyone's going to be gathered up. And judgment is on its way. Judgment from Yahweh Shai, it's on its way, man. We're right at the doorstep. We're in the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, so hey, here we go. This is Turkish president recap, and bear with me because some of these names are foreign and states and things like that. So I'm gonna do my best. All right. Turkish president recap: Tayyip Erdogan warned of war between Israel and Turkey. Isn't they allies? Here we go. In his speech at the opening of Parliament on Tuesday, saying the Israeli leadership, acting with the delirium of the promised land and with a purely religious factism, Salakia, will set its sight on our homeland after Palestine and Lebanon. Man, so he's giving forewarning of what he felt like he's seen Israel doing. All right, trying to bring back the all the lands of Israel. He's saying that these people are being delusional. All right, and that him saying that is also a say like, hey, we're gonna fight for what's ours. You're not gonna just come and take what belongs to us. All right. Erdogan said that the Zionist Greater Israel project includes Turkey and added the Netanyahu government harbors a delusional ambition, including Anatolia, and pursues a utopia. And it reveals these intentions on various occasions. Since 7th October, every deployment increases the dimension of this threat a little more. So they watching as Israel and America, which is backing it. They're watching us. They're closely approaching on their land. They're seeing it, and they're like, hey, these guys is only about a couple of steps away from being right before us. All right, pointing to the proximity of the borders between Turkey and Israel, Erdogan hinted that war was imminent between the two critical allies of the United States in the Middle East. Whoa, let's go. Look from Syrian border in Hatyas Ladagi district. The Lebanese border is 170 kilometers away by road, and Turkey is only 2.5 hours away from Lebanon by car. In other words, occupation, terror, and aggression are right next to us. So this is their minister, this is their president over there in Turkey, explaining to his troops, his people, hey, these people are coming, and there's gonna be there may be war between us. And so since I said that, we're gonna grab uh Matthew 24. All right, because the Lord said that these were going to be the beginnings of the war, right? This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many, which, that goes to these camps that's out here, preaching and teaching the false doctrines that they've, conjured up out of their asses, but anywho, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that? You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what the president or the minister over there in Turkey is he's alluding to his people that, hey, we might be going to war. And so that's putting that rumor in the air. All right. And it's not just for his country, but it's also for other neighboring countries, in that area, and those who are allies of the United States. It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. We've just seen, the Lord been doing his thing, man. The Lord has been causing judgment left and right, man. All right, Hurricane Helen has killed over, deleted over 200 people from what we know. All right. Before that, it's been Maria. It's been Sandy. It's been all different types of destruction that the Lord has been presenting this world. The pestilence, with the dis-ease. The dis-ease, you know what I'm saying? The pestilences that's been going around, like from the C to the 1 to the 9, and also to H to the I to the V. That's been being out here on a large scale, and smallpox and all these other different pestilences that the Lord is attacking the wicked with, man. That he's attacking the world with. For all those who's not getting being a part of his program, these people are being judged. All right, the Lord's judgment is gone out into the world, man. All right, and there is going to be famines as well. It's going to be a famine of the word, because you see Esau Edom, he's already attacking the freedom of speech. The freedom of speech is already being attacked. We put our videos up on YouTube, and he snatches it right back down. All right, and then too, certain language barriers that we have, they call it hate speech. All right, so you can't even speak your mind anymore, and pretty soon, man, he's gonna have these troops rolling down on the brothers, because that's a part of the persecution, to get us off the streets. Because we've been prophesying, and we've been prophesying this kingdom down. Okay, continuing back to the article, just to say that, the rumors of wars is out here. It ain't even a rumor no more. Really, it's really happening. World War III is in the beginning of its effects. It's already starting to, be a domino effect. And the more that Israel continue to go and cause trouble, the more nations is getting involved, and it's gonna get nasty, man. It's gonna get wild. All right. It says, I'm gonna read this part again. Erdogan made a similar statement last May, saying, "Do not accept that Israel will stop in Gaza. If not stop, this ferocious terrorist state will eventually have designs on Anatolia with the delusion of the promised land." Erdogan's last statements come shortly after the Israeli regime launched a ground offensive in Lebanon, having killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Yeah, and that's the second one I believe that they've taken out. You know, so you know things are really in the thick, and that piece of land, man, it's really hot, and the Lord is stirring it up, and it's getting to that point, man, where pressure is busting pipes. Too much heat, too much pressure, and that pipe is busting. And look, America is gonna have to join that, man. America is gonna have to join that. We're already hearing that they're gonna reinstate the draft. Okay, so all you men and you women that want equal rights, you're gonna have to fight for your country now. You're gonna have to fight for all the evil and wickedness your ass is allowed to do here on this side, man. Yep, you're gonna have to put your life on the line for this shit. Anywho, and I pray you help by Shimmy outside that my brothers don't get swept in the midst of all that goofy shit, which they won't, because the Lord got the men of the Lord, period. All right? Backed by the United States and NATO, the Israeli government is trying to escalate the genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza into a regional war against Iran. After Iran fired hundreds of ballistic missiles at Israel in retaliation Tuesday night, U.S. and Israeli officials publicly authorized a large-scale attack on Iran. Yep. And this is all it takes, man. This is all it is. It's that little flock, you know what I'm saying, drawing the rest of everyone else into that war, man. All right, pertaining to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, which we're going to touch on that a little bit too. It says, together with Erdogan's announcement last July that Turkey could intervene military against Israel, these developments underline the danger that Israel's U.S.-backed war of aggression is rapidly escalating into a conflict that can engulf the entire region. And that's where it was going to start, man. That's exactly where it was going to start. The Turkish ruling class also fears that a U.S.-backed Israeli war against neighboring Iran could damage its interests. And Ankara and Tehran share the concern that an independent Kurdish Kurdish state backed by the U.S. and Israel could be established in the region, meaning basically they trying to set up camp close to their borders. All right, which is going to make it even it's going to make it more straining and suffocating for them to go about their daily businesses, their trades and things like that, with the relationships that they have with others amongst them around the land. Like it's gonna cripple certain things, and it's gonna also put them in position to cripple the Turkish government, man. It's gonna be able to cut them off from dealing with anybody but them. And what is when you do stuff like that, that's them flexing their power and saying, hey, we taking control and we own you. So now they're not, independently saying anything. They're, like they said, they're terrorists. So now basically they're going to be under, it's like a kidnapping in a sense. On a regional landmass scale, it's a kidnapping. You're going to comply or else, Erdogan expressed these concerns in his speech as follows. We see very clearly how Israel wants to establish small satellite structure in the north of Iraq and Syria using the separatist organization PKK-YPG as a pawn, which we know, Great Babylon and the Israeli regime have been doing. They used Ukraine over there as a pawn to see what was going on with Russia, and Russia is just over there, annihilating them people, man. And they're not really reporting all the murders that's going on over there in Russia, man. There's millions of men, biting the dust over there, man. Millions of men that has bitten the dust over there, and they can't. Hey, they basically almost eradicated them men, man. The only thing that's left of the Ukrainian people was really their women and children, the people that kind of ran and came to Great Babylon and these other countries and stuff to try to get away from the persecution of Russia. It's real out here, man. Erdogan and the Turkish political elite before him have been complicit in the U.S. imperialist aggression in the Middle East for more than 30 years, contributing to the dynamics of disintegration in Iraq and Syria and the danger of the outbreak of a regional war. Erdogan, who supported the U.S. invasion of Iraq in 2003. We'll never forget 9/11, will we, y'all? Never forget that, right? And this is someone that actually supported what U.S. had going on, and and how U.S. finna stab him in the back. That's what Great Babylon do. U.S. is gonna stab him in the back. Erdogan, who supported the U.S. invasion of Iraq in 2003, have been siding with the U.S. and Israel since 2011. Ooh wee. So they have a rapport. They have a good rapport. He was with them. You know what I'm saying? But now they like, look, we want what you have. You know, and you can't do nothing about it. In the war for regime change in Syria, which aims to overthrow the Iranian and Hezbollah-backed President Bashar al-Assad. Similarly, Erdogan's statement in this speech that remaining silent, unresponsive, and even neutral towards Israel is, to put it bluntly, complicity in the crime. So you're being simple. He's saying, listen, we're going to be stupid if we sit here and don't do anything. It is an example of utter hypocrisy. NATO member Turkey has been complicit in Israel's genocide in Gaza, and despite all its rhetorical criticism, have contributed to the escalation of the war. There you go. Although Erdogan has cut trades with Israel and toughened his rhetoric, U.S. NATO bases in Turkey continue to support Israel. Turkey continues to intercede for Azerbaijan's critical oil shipments to the country. There are even serious suspicions that Turkey is continuing to trade with Israel via Palestine after the official end of trade with Tel Aviv. On the other hand, Ankara continues to support Israel's genocide war and constantly reaffirms its loyalty to the U.S./NATO, while on the other it warns against war with Israel and criticism the U.S.-NATO allies for the consequences this policy contributes to. So, hey, there's a split. There's a split in Turkey right now, man. You have those who's in support of this, and then you have those that's like, hey, if we don't do something, we're next. All right? You know, because when people are scared and they know that there's a power that's coming amongst them, either they fight back against that power or they side up with them. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Turkey is having a split between itself, you know, with those that's in support and with those that's not. You know what I'm saying? We already know that a kingdom, you know, divided cannot stand, man. And that's what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of division going on with these allies in the NATO, and everyone is getting ready to gear up and turn their back on this war, because this beast has been been putting everybody in a great fear. All right, and I'm gonna start at Jeremiah 50:9, and it reads, okay, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because why? These nations are seeing that America is and Israel is trying to take over. All right, and it's going to cause for, you know, friction and division. Furthermore, to the point where all the allies that was of America and Israel is going to turn against them. All right, and that's what's gonna happen. The Lord is gonna send out them arrows. It's gonna be sent out from one corner of the world to the next to destroy them. All right, Great Babylon and Israel will be set on fire, man, by them thermonuclear missiles from its allies and its enemies. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. See, yeah, because ye were glad. Because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. And that's what the scripture says in the book of Job, man. You know, they was gonna go for that last bite. And the Lord gonna smack that spoon out their hand, man. The moment they thinking that they have completed their agenda, the Lord is gonna destroy them. Yeah, they've gotten fat, man. They're bullying the earth. They're bullying the world, man. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. That's what's coming to this place, man. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming, and that's what we're looking at, because that's what all of this is going to lead to. The destruction of Babylon. All right? Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she has done unto her, do unto her. And that's what the Lord is going to do, man. All right, all of this is a prelude. It's leading up to the destruction of Great Babylon, because you know the rumors of wars. You know, these other nations is seeing how America and Israel is moving, and they like, yo, they coming for all of us. None of us is exempt, okay? And they see that, you know, and they getting ready to defend their borders, man. And you're gonna see these allies turning on each other, and there ain't gonna be no more America with certain people, man, or Israelis with certain. It's gonna be, you know, hey, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be all out war, and it's gonna be crazy out here, man. So hey. We definitely in the beginning of sorrows, man. Our goal right now is to get close to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. All right, I'm gonna finish off with that. Where is that at? I'm here, but I forgot what verse. Bear with me, again. Verse 45. And it reads, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. This is definitely a land of witchcraft. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their inhabitants, their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. See that? The least. Who's the least? The Israelis. All right, and they got a Great Babylon in the thick of things, man, and that great heat. Hey, so you know, hey brothers, stay prayed up. You know, the time for the Lord to come is almost here, and we want to prepare ourselves for the coming of our Lord, man. So with that, I want to give all praise, glory, worship, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakurash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the elect that's out there preaching and teaching the truth, sincerity. Then I want to say shalom.